Hey guys, my name is Enrique. I'm a loan officer here in Southern California, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over 8 things that you must do if you want to be a successful new loan officer. So if you're a new loan officer or an established loan officer, be sure to stay to the end of this video because these are fundamentals to become a great loan officer. So regardless of how much time you've been in the industry, this is going to be a great overview of what you need to do, what you need to be to become a great loan officer. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing is going to be to throw out the experience myth. Yes, you heard me right. Experience is a myth. It's not true. You don't need it, and it's not important. Just as age doesn't tell you how knowledgeable someone is on a particular subject, so does experience not tell you how knowledgeable someone is on a particular subject or field. For example, I'm sure you know a loan officer, a real estate agent, really anyone that's been in some particular field for a long time and still not been able to establish or create any kind of great success for themselves. And that just goes to show that experience is more misleading than it is helpful. So that's the first thing that I need you to understand before we move on. That experience is not important. If you don't have it, that's okay. I know for a lot of people, including myself, it was a big setback in the beginning mentally because I was always telling myself, hey, people don't want to do business with me because I don't have experience, because I've only been in the industry for X amount of months, X amount of years. But that's not the case, so make sure that you toss out this misinformation. And right now, you're probably asking yourself, well, if experience doesn't matter, then what does? And the answer to that question is this. What matters is that you have the proper data, knowledge, and practice in a particular subject. Once you have those 3 things, then there's no need for experience. And that's because experience is real-world practice without intention. And because there's not that intention there to learn, at least for most people it isn't, they don't learn much. So they can be in an industry for 15, 20 years and still not know very much about the industry. In other words, they may stumble on some true pieces of data, on some knowledge with that experience, but for the most part, they're just gonna be wasting their time. Okay, and the second thing to becoming a great new loan officer is to know your product. So this is very simple. You know, if you're an engineer, then you need to know your tools. If you're building houses, you need to know your tools. If you're a chef, you need to know the cookbook. So this is very simple. Make sure that you know your products. FHA, VA, conventional, any product that you're going to be working with, you want to make sure that you understand it thoroughly. And this goes back to what I said. Hey, you don't need experience. You just need to know the data, know the knowledge. So make sure that you're studying your products and that you know your products. And to take this further and help you understand the products more, I highly encourage you to teach the products to your family members, your friends, or anyone that you know. And this is going to help you truly understand the products as opposed to just studying it, just reading about it. You want to make sure that you're also teaching it to others. It can be anyone. It can be your mom, your dad, your siblings. But make sure that you do these 2 things, and I promise you, you will have a great understanding of your products. Okay, and the third thing you need to do is master sales. After all, we are salespeople. We're not just there to originate loans and service clients. We're also salespeople. And because we're salespeople, we want to master sales. And you will go about this very similarly to our last point. You want to read the material, study the material, and also teach the material. That way you have a very thorough, very deep understanding of the subject. So it can be, you know, learning it in the morning, studying in the morning, afternoon, whatever. And then maybe when you're with friends, when you're with family, when you're with siblings, you know, teach them some of these sales skills that you're learning, that you're reading about. And that will help you get a really deep understanding of sales. And one last thing, you want to master every single part of the sales cycle, not just the selling part. There's the follow-up, which is different. There's the closing. There's the negotiations. There's the presentation. So you want to make sure that you study all the parts of the sales cycle, not just the selling. Okay, and the fourth thing that you need to do to be a great new loan officer is to dress the part. Look, you want to give people as many reasons as possible to do business with you and as few reasons as possible not to do business with you. And of course, sometimes, or at least most of the times, you know, how you dress will determine how somebody thinks of you. So if you're not dressed very professionally, if you're not dressed very nicely, that can lead to someone not wanting to do business with you. And you don't want that happening, especially in the beginning, when you're just starting out and you need as many leads as possible. So you want to make sure that you dress the part. Go ahead and do your own research. Of course, it's got to be your own style, but make sure that you're dressing nicely and professionally. And by the way, this doesn't mean that you need Louis Vuitton belts, Louis Vuitton bags, Gucci bags, expensive belts. You don't need that. You just need to look elegant and professional. Okay, and the fifth thing that you need to do to become a great new loan officer is you need to be unique. You need to have a unique value proposition. And that's because agents and other clients probably already have a lender that they're working with, or they simply have a wide variety to choose from. And you need to stand out, and the only way to do that, of course, is to be unique, be special, have a unique value proposition. So take some time and really evaluate, really think about, hey, what's unique about me? What are some skills, some things that I can offer my clients, my agents, that other loan officers can't do or aren't doing? And with that, you'll be one step closer to getting another agent to work with, another client to work with you. Because like I said, you want to give people, you want to give clients, agents, as many reasons as possible to do business with you. You don't want to give them reasons not to do business with you. And if you're not unique, if you're just like anyone else, if you're blending in, there's no reason for them to do business with you because they're probably not even going to see you. So make sure that you're unique and you have a unique value proposition. And don't overthink this. It doesn't need to be something super complicated, something super big. It can be something as simple as being super ethical, super hardworking, or super charitable. Something unique, something special that other loan officers aren't doing or being. Okay, and the sixth thing that you need to do to become a great loan officer is to master a unique niche. So apart from the standard programs, of course, you want to know those, you want to master those as well. But go ahead and take some time on the weekend or whatever and study a unique niche. This way you set yourself apart from other loan officers. You stand out. This goes back to what I said about being unique and also giving agents and clients more reason to work with you than not. So go through your list of unique programs that your company offers, pick one, master it, and tell people about it. And I promise you, it's gonna help you become a great new loan officer. Okay, and the seventh thing that you need to do to become a great new loan officer is you need a follow-up system in place because you're going to be getting a ton of leads. A lot of them are going to be nurtures, so you want to make sure that you have a follow-up program, a follow-up system to put them through. That way you don't forget about them and they stay in your pipeline, because in the beginning you're going to have a very narrow pipeline. So in order to create a wide, huge pipeline, you need follow-up. So you want to make sure that you not only have a CRM system, but that you also have a great follow-up program. I actually went ahead and created a great follow-up program for loan officers. It has 45 plus ways to follow up and a 365-day follow-up program for your clients. So check it out. I have a picture right here and the link will be down in the description. There'll also be a discount code. And by the way, this is a live ebook. And what I mean by that is there's going to be future editions of this ebook as I learn more things, as I add new ways to follow up. And whenever that new update comes, you will be getting it for free to your inbox if you had already purchased the prior edition. So make sure that you check that out because like I said, follow-up is important. You're going to be getting a lot of nurture leads in the beginning and you want to keep them in your pipeline. You don't want to just put them to the side because you want to create a huge pipeline. This is a numbers game and that's why follow-up is important. You want to make sure that you're treating each lead as a deal. So make sure that you put it in your system, follow up with them, keep them in the loop, stay top of mind, and eventually you will get that business. Okay, and the eighth thing that you need to become a great loan officer is you need confidence. And the only way to get confidence is to be doing these 7 things that we talked about in this video. If you master those 7 things, you'll have the confidence. And if you have the confidence on top of those 7 things, promise you, you're going to be an unstoppable loan officer. And if you have to go back through this video, listen to these things again, you don't want to miss any of these points. And the reason confidence is so important is because confidence is what will motivate you to stay in the industry, to produce, to prospect, to follow up, and so forth. You know, when there's a lack of confidence, that's when people don't show up, they remove themselves from the environment, they quit. So if you don't want to quit, which I know you don't, you're entering the industry knowing that you want to be successful. But to do that, like I said, you need to master these 7 things, master confidence, and I promise you, you're going to be super successful in the field of loan originating. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe for more content just like it. I make a ton of content on life improvement, entrepreneurship, and real estate. Thanks so much for your time. See you in the next video, and be great.